Ooh, man, welcome back. Game 4 reaction. Ooh, man. Ooh. You know what? Before I give my game thoughts, I'm just I'm gonna break down the team stats between them. So let's go. Let's see. Toronto shot 42% from the field. Golden State shot 45. They took 8 less shots than them. So, you know, do what you want with that. Both teams did not actually shoot well from the 3-point line this game. Toronto shot 10 of 32 for 31%, and Golden State shot 8 of 27 for 30%. Free throws, Toronto only missed one free throw the whole game. They went 23 or 24, which equates to 96%. Golden State went 14 of 21, 67%. Golden State had 17 turnovers. Toronto only had 9 as a team. Golden State had 26 assists. Toronto had 22. Again, Golden State out-rebounded them 42 to 38. They had more blocks. And again, the personal fouls was 23 to 21 in favor of Golden State. So this is 4 straight games, because you know how people say, oh, they don't ever call the game fair. This is 4 straight games where they have called the game dead in the middle when it comes to fouls. Not one team got more fouls than the other. Always in the middle. But I will credit the Toronto Raptors for that third quarter, really the third quarter, when Clay went to the bench for however long. I don't know why Steve Kerr decided to do that, but for however long, and they just took off. That third quarter was crazy. Kawhi came out, hit like 2 straight threes, got a 3 of steal, and then pulled up for another 3. I'm like, man, okay. And that gave Golden State, that gave Toronto their first lead. So I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. They got the lead. And then, Golden State. See, Golden State was in that spot that they was in that same spot last game, where it's like when they got down by like 8 to 10 points, they could never get out of that hole. And I know like that happens a lot when it happens a lot when, like let's say you're down by like 15. You hit like a quick 6-0 run. Now you're only down by 9. But then it's like now y'all just matching bucket for bucket. And it's so annoying when you can't get that one, because in basketball is a game of runs. All it takes is that one defensive stop. You get that one defensive stop and score, like that's a momentum changer when it comes to basketball. Like, hey, yeah, I credit them. And go to State. Why I keep saying that? Toronto never let up, ever. They got that lead. Toronto got that lead and just never looked back. Kawhi played out of his mind again. Had 36 points, 12 rebounds. This was a quote he said in college. Board man gets paid. When you averaging, Kawhi is probably averaging 31 and 10 right now. 10 rebounds. When you could do that as a forward, I know another forward that, he didn't make the playoffs, but when he's in the finals, he puts up them kind of stats. But he's not there, so I'm not going to speak on it. But when you can average that in the finals, like Kawhi is made for this. Kawhi is made for this. Like 36 and 12, 11 and 22 from the field, 5 and 9 from the 3-point line. He had all 9 of his free throws he took. Pascal Siakam had another good game, had 19 points, even though it was on 14 shots. But okay. Kyle Lowry gave you 10 with 3 of 12 shooting. Wasn't good compared to what he did in game 3. Danny Green shot terrible compared to what he did in game 3. only had 3 points, 1 of 7 for the 3-point line. Marc Gasol, he had a meh game. 9.7 rebounds. I think at this point in Marc Gasol career, that's kind of what we kind of expect from 12 points, 7 and 10 boards. Fred VanVleet had 8 points. Fortunately, he went down with an injury. It wasn't nothing too serious. He caught an elbow to the eye from Livingston. Just went and got some stitches. He'll be fine. He's playing in game 5. But my player of the game, Serge Ibaka. 2 straight games, he done had a good game. 2 straight games, he's had a good game. Came out 20 points, 9 of 12 from the field. It is only 3 he took. And he had 2 blocks on top of that. This is the second straight game Serge has looked like OKC Serge. I think I said that after last game. I was like, yeah, they gotta, like Serge has to play like Serge for them to win. But let's get to Golden State. Steph, this is probably the worst game I done seen Steph play in the finals ever. Had 27 points, that's good. 27, 6 and 4 on 9 of 22 shooting, 2 and 9 from the 3-point line. He went like 0 of 5 in the first half. Like this was not a good game for him. And he had 3 turnovers on top of that. So he didn't have a good game. Clay, coming back off that hammy, he played a very good game. 28 points, 11 of 18 from the field, 6 of 10 from the 3-point line. Them two, they played over 40 minutes. We are not used to seeing, I will say that, we're not used to seeing Steph and Clay play as many minutes. You know why? Because we're always seeing them blowing out teams. But it's always good. Well, I ain't gonna say it's always good. It's different seeing them playing like 40 plus minutes because they're always blowing out teams. Draymond had 10, 9, and 12. He also had 5 turnovers. Iggy only had 3 points. And Boogie, who played 15 minutes, had 6 points and 4 rebounds. Off the bench, Looney, who people speculated was, done, who should have been done for the finals, but I personally didn't think it was that bad of an injury when he fell. It was probably like a stinger in his arm that he just needed ice. Just ice it up and stretch it. He's fine. He came back, had 10 points. Shaun Livingston gave him 6. That's about it. Quinn Cook didn't give him the contribution that we thought that they would get. But, man, so now the question is, will Kevin Durant come back for Game 5? Your team is down 3-1. Now, we know KD is the cryptic type of person, you can't pick at his brain no matter what he does. This is just a question. Well, this is just a thought process I have. So is KD doing this to kind of prove to Golden State that, maybe you need me on the floor? Maybe not, I'm kind of like, but you know how people are. People are like, yeah, like he's doing this to stick it to the Warriors. And when they're down, they're going to beg him to come back. This, that, and the third. I don't think it's like that. I just think because it's different when you have an Achilles injury. When you hurt that, like, it's going to take a while for you to be back at like 100%. Because it's like, it's not even a physical thing. It's more mental than it is physical. Just like with D Rose, when he had them ACL injuries, but people was like, man, like I don't know. Yeah, he had a calf. Was it? Yeah. My fault. Calf injury. Because it's like at any moment, I said this about Clay too. At any moment, it could just flare back up just like that. When you hurt anything in your legs, the minute you get back out there, it can flare back up. Upper body, man, not so much. You can ice it. You can ice it, But it's like when is your legs? Like you use your legs more than anything in basketball because you're constantly running. You're constantly running. And for a guy like Clay who runs around 50 million screens, like it's like one wrong step could just like it could be it. But it's like I don't know. Like the way that Toronto played defense on them was perfect again. But it's just I don't know. There's no telling if KD will come back in game 5. Even if he does come back in game 5, I don't know if that's enough to save them. Again, I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick because I done seen Golden State come back from a 3-1. I think that was that the 73-9 season they came back from 3-1 against OKC. It was the 73-9 season. They came back from 3-1 against OKC, and then they blew a 3-1. So I'm not gonna say that this series is completely over. Because we all didn't seen it before in the finals. Something has to go Toronto. Something has to go Golden State's way for it to happen. That's the only way. Again, I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna say, yeah, Toronto's gonna go back to the 6. It ain't gonna be like, yeah, like Toronto's gonna go back to the 6 or blow them out. No, because the KD plays, like I think we forget, like KD can still drop 40 when he wants to. It's a different vibe when KD is on the floor. Kid still like, oh, kids sound like Dolph Ziggler screaming, should have been the Bucks. Well, but I don't know, man. Do I think KD comes back for game 5? Yes. Will he be at 100%? No. But I do think like this game, this is it. Well, I ain't gonna say it's it, but it's like they need you right now. They legit need you. Now, when he's on the floor, it's like, all right, you can go ISO. You could give Steph a rest on offense because he ain't gonna have to run. But it's like you take him off the floor. I need to stop drinking during these games because I always fall asleep. Yeah, I had some wings like right before the game. I thought I was gonna fall asleep. I somehow made it. But I'm going like right to sleep after this. But do I want KD to come back? Yes. I want to see this I want to see it interesting. I want to see this go 7 at least. Please make it a 7-game series. Please make it 7. Come back, dominate for 3 games. Again, do I think KD will come back? I say yes, but he won't be 100%, obviously. Can the Warriors pull this off? Yes, because they've done it before. It's just only way I could see this happening is if KD comes back. If KD comes back, Steph and Clay could take a break and just let KD go to work. Putting up 40 he can score 40 from the mid-range. You don't even gotta take a 3. Square up to the basket because you're already 7 foot. Can't nobody guard you. Kawhi will guard him if he decides to come back. But they got what, 3 days to think about this? Game 5 is on Monday. So it's gonna be interesting. Again, I do think Yeah, Boyd was. Yeah. Boyd was tricky. But I, I, I think they can really pull this off. It's just KD. Yeah, it's like when it's 3-1, it's pretty much over. But like we done seen this story before in the same playoffs run. Like we done seen this story. So I ain't gonna say that it's over. Like I said, I just want KD to come back and please make this series interesting. All I'm asking for. But that is all I got. KD, please come back for game 5. Please, I am begging you. Come back. Even if y'all win, let you be the reason why. Look, I can get. I'm gonna pull up all picks. I guarantee this. If Kevin Durant comes back, game 5, let's say he comes back game 5 and Golden State wins. If KD puts up 30 to 35 points between games 5 and 7, and they win, he wins Finals MVP. He will win Finals MVP. I'm calling that now. KD comes back game 5 and he leads Golden State to a game 7 back at Toronto. He comes back and they win 3 games in a row. He wins Finals MVP.
Sir, why are you talking about this trash series?
Sir.
Why are you talking about this garbage finals? This finals is trash.
But is it trash though?
Sir, this will be more entertaining actually no, it wouldn't have been more entertaining because Warriors would have won this in 5 KD was playing. But since he's not here,
would they?
How do y'all even have joy in watching this series knowing dang well the Warriors?
Wait, you know why?
Why?
Because ever since they won that first title, Golden State. Wait, listen. Golden State has been lucky every single playoff run. Have they not?
How?
Outside of 2016, have they not been lucky in almost every single playoff run?
I need you to explain the luck, sir.
Because it's always one injury that happens. The team that they play, somebody somehow gets hurt every single round.
Okay.
Every single round. Somehow, some way, somebody gets hurt.
What happened in 2015, sir? Let's break it down. What was 2015? You gonna talk about Kyrie and Love?
Yes. Had they played, Cleveland might have won that.
Timeout. Then Kyrie played. Didn't he play game 1?
Yeah, and he broke his kneecap and missed overtime.
Listen, you can't say they got lucky. Who knows what would have happened that first year in 2015? In my opinion, this is what I was talking about.
I'm saying that Cleveland would have won that series.
I don't know that. I mean, you know what? They probably would have. You know why they probably would have? Because LeBron had the experience on the other team. He had the most experience. Matter of fact, Warriors ain't never been there before.
Nope.
Their first time in the finals. This was brand new to them. So they possibly could have lost. But then again, who knows how Kyrie would have played his first final.
Who knows?
Who knows? So it could have won.
He was cooking though.
I don't know all that.
During the first game, he was cooking.
I don't know if he was gonna get 20. What year was that? What was that?
2016.
What year was that they came back 3-1? Was that 2017?
That was the 2016.
2016 when they came back down 3-1. I don't know if you was getting that Kyrie that first go round.
Huh?
I don't know.
He was cooking.
That first, I don't know if you was gonna get that Kyrie in 2015. But at the same time, could look at it like this. What was the break? You said in 2016 they didn't have no break, right? That's when they blew the league, right?
Yep.
A series they should have won, but it is what it is. 2017, where was the break?
Chris
Who
Paul
was
got
beating
hurt.
who?
Chris Paul got hurt. Was that the year that Chris Paul got hurt, or was that
No, you
last
talking
year?
about 2018. That was last year.
What was 27? Oh, it
Bro, that
wasn't
Spurs, you
Kawhi.
talking about that Spurs team was not beating that Warriors team.
Was that Kawhi when they got hurt? When he got hurt?
It was.
Man, yeah,
That
man, the
Spurs
Spurs was gonna beat them. What?
Spurs, even if they would have won that game, they wasn't
That
winning
was
that
by
series.
25.
Bro, they was not winning that series.
No, Kawhi was cooking.
Look,
We see what Kawhi looks like when he's fully healthy. We see what he looks like.
that Spurs team was not beating that Warriors
Yes, they
team.
was. What?
In a series?
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yes.
This is the same Warriors team that won 15 and what was that? No, 16-1. They won 16-1 that series in that playoff.
Yes. They would have. Yes.
All right. Okay.
I even said, if you put Kawhi on this current Spurs team back then, yes, they're beating them.
Nah.
Yeah. What?
Nah.
That was the year. That was the year that DeJounte Murray, he made all defensive team. He would have chased Steph Curry around the court the whole series.
They won't win. They won't win that series.
Yes, they was. It was going to beat them.
Well, listen. I mean, look, this is the battle that you had. That's why it's hard to do this. They've been in the finals 5 straight years. They've played, I don't know how many games. They probably played maybe almost close to an extra season compared to, most other teams that haven't made it this far. So I mean, they got a lot of games, under their legs these last 5 years. So I mean, for them to be in a position that they in right now, it just makes me feel like, to all those that tried to claim that the Warriors were better without KD, just expose the Western Conference.
Look,
they shook.
I'm the one that said it.
They are not better without Kevin Durant. That's because they beat. First of all, Rockets should have won that series when KD went down. But that just goes to show you that the Rockets are not.
They should have won last year.
They should have won last year.
Chris Paul not got hurt.
Last year you probably got more. But you know what? This year was no excuses. This year I feel like no excuses. KD went down. Their depth was not there as good as it was even a year ago. Their depth was very, like I said, it's getting exposed right now.
Golden State has like one of the worst benches in the NBA.
It's getting exposed right now. And the Rockets, y'all saying MVP, James Harden, all this other stuff.
That's a regular season award. Come on,
bro.
Dog.
I'm just saying. You got all these Rocket fans caping for Harden. They should have won that series without KD. I ain't trying to hear that. And they had a home. Matter of fact, they had what was that? Was that game 6? They had at home. They should have took care of their business.
And it was up by double digits at halftime and somehow lost it.
I understand Portland losing. I ain't gonna say I understand. Well, I understand them losing that series. They shouldn't have got swept the way they did. Not against this Warriors team.
They was up by double digits every single game.
Right. And that's the thing. I knew going into this finals, that was gonna be one of the Warriors' kryptonites. You can't go down double digits like that against the Raptors, or even if the Bucks would have got in there. They weren't giving up them leads like that. Not three consecutive games. Well, I think all 4 games. Portland could have possibly won if they would just handled their business. So for them being in a position that they're in right now, the Raptors could easily swept this series.
The Warriors are stacked without KD. No, they're not.
You mean stacked?
Stacked.
No,
that is what Nick said. He said the Warriors are still pretty stacked without KD. No, they're not. They're really not.
The way that they playing now, look, the league caught up. They was able to get away with this back in 2015, even 16. But now the league is caught up.
Yeah.
Everybody pretty much, I ain't gonna say they playing like them because there's things that Golden State does that a lot of teams don't do. I still feel like they got one of the best half court.
Their ball movement is crazy.
Yeah, the ball movement is good. But just the way that the game is now, they can't afford to be in this position that they in right now. Because like I said, once Clay and Curry go down, we'll stay, sit down or whatever, they don't really have somebody that can really come in and keep things going afloat especially when KD's out. So that depth that they have right now, and I'm not saying they're gonna be the same team going into next year, even if KD leaves. I mean, they'll have some money to possibly, fix
Or
up
Clay
that bench. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna bring back Clay. I'm pretty
and
sure.
Boogie
I don't know if they bring back
and
Boogie
Boogie.
though. I don't know if they're gonna bring him.
Nah,
So they have some money to work with. They can put some pieces around Clay, Clay, Steph, and Draymond like they was back in the day, but they can't afford to be in a position at the end now. They're going against a team like the Raptors, who Kawhi can sit down. You got guys coming up. You got like two guys off the bench that can contribute points.
yep.
Same thing. Like I said, I knew it was gonna be a depth issue. That's why I wish my team was there. But it is what it is. People would have clowned us anyway. Even if we would have won this series, they're like, oh, they ain't had KD. It'd have been something. But whatever.
Oh, facts.
They would have said it ain't no real championship. It'd have been all that nonsense. I mean, I would have took it regardless, but I knew it was going to get exposed. And right now, I mean, technically the series is not over. The Warriors have
Yeah,
been in this
because we
position.
done seen this story
Yeah,
before.
they've been in this position before. They've been on both ends of it. They've been
Yeah,
on the good
yeah,
side
they
of
done
it.
been
They've been on the bad side of it.
in the
But with
same
that,
year.
in the same year, exactly. But with that being said, I'm pretty sure this is going to be over in 5. It's over in 5. I think I said that before the season started. I mean, before the series started. I said the Raptors already beat the best team in the NBA. They already beat them.
I said it would go 7.
I said Raptors in 5. Not even, like I said, they had to go through Philly and they had to go through Milwaukee. And the rest of the Western Conference, especially with no KD, it's just the Raptors got this, man. They ain't already played the tough teams already. They ain't already played them. This is a breeze to them. That's at least that's what they're making it look like. The Warriors are too small for this team. They are too
And the thing
small.
is, the Raptors have championship experience on their team too. Like it ain't like a bunch of random role players just put together.
I mean, but it ain't even that. Like, if you look at what the Warriors struggle against throughout the last few years, they always struggle with teams with length. They always struggle with those teams. The Bucks always gave them runs. They always gave the Warriors runs. Raptors, they what? They 5-1 against the Warriors this year. 5-1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
they should have been 6-0, but that's another
could have
story.
easily been 6-0. They could have won. They could have that series.
We should have been.
I'm
about to say, yeah, we should be talking about the Raptors being champs right now.
Exactly. So they always struggled against teams with length, and that was with KD. So
Yep.
imagine without KD, this is not surprising to me. It's not surprising to me. So
this is just
and the Warriors, like I said, Warriors. Listen, they ain't. I mean, it's not gonna hurt them. I mean, they won. They've been a 5 straight.
They don't won, yeah, and they got 3 of them.
You got 3 of them. I mean, listen, I wouldn't trip if I was a Warriors fan. I wouldn't even trip right now.
I wouldn't trip.
I'd be like, you know what, man, Raptors, they was the hungrier team. This is their first time at it. They obviously you can tell that they want it, and they showing you, hey, that they want it.
And that's the thing, Kawhi is he just wants to hoop. Like he has that whole team just wanting to hoop. Like they don't do no trash talking. They don't do none of that. They're just hooping.
Exactly.
That's all it is. They are just hooping out there. They don't care. Like Kyle Lowry, I was like, man, Kyle Lowry gonna come in this series and he will be trash. He actually hasn't been terrible, minus tonight.
Kyle Lowry, man, that boy, man, listen. Kyle Lowry is a flopper, bro. I didn't know he was this bad. Kyle Lowry is terrible.
He done drew like how many charges
he
done drew? He done drew like 15 charges this playoffs.
He be throwing his body on players, trying to draw fouls. It's like,
but that's how you. But thing is though, that's how you get the foul calls.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Kyle Lowry is ridiculous. I ain't never seen him this bad before. He was not this bad before.
Steph did it last game when he had Siakam on his hip and he threw his body back into him. Like they're gonna give basketball is more catered towards offense now. Like they're gonna give offensive players every single call. Like that's just a given. Like they will give them every call. Besides one that I seen tonight when Steph shot a three and he stuck his leg out. I was actually surprised that they called an offensive foul on him because they don't ever call that.
See how Kyle Lowry reacted to it? This flopping. Boy. Oh my God! Like, come on, Kyle.
You gotta settle the call, man.
My goodness, but you
I
know
don't
what?
blame
Like I
him.
said, I just want this series to end. I'm ready for free agency. I'm waiting for the off
Oh
season.
man,
Please, let's get this over.
that's gonna be lit.
This been going on far too long. The jig is up. We already know who's the better team. Go ahead and get the Raptors.
I already got my topics ready and everything.
Oh yeah, they already got they do. I see question here trolling. Sir, I have no issues with the Bucks not being in there. Like I said, if you came in here before, I said I am not surprised that the Bucks lost that series. I'm just surprised at how they lost. If the Bucks would have
KD
lost,
to the Bucks.
like I said, the Bucks would have lost in they lost in 6 games, but they lost a game here, a game there. You know, I expect them to lose 4 straight. That's my only issue with the Bucks. But like I said, hopefully that series taught them how to close out games because they had leads in the final 2 games. The Warriors, not the Warriors, the Raptors. Like I said, already played the better team, and they figured out a way to beat them. So they can find out ways to beat the better team. Not to take anything away from the Warriors, but they just not the same without KD.
Wait, Nick, wait, don't jump the gun on that topic. I'm saving that topic. I'm saving all these topics. He said D'Lo going to the Wolves. Hey, don't jump the gun. I'm saving this.
I see boy speaking facts though. Boy, you ain't speaking facts. They gonna take over these, bro. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
So, do you think? 2 questions. One, do you think KD is actually fully healthy and just choosing not to play?
You know what? I'm not gonna disrespect that man and say that he's healthy and he just choosing not to play. That'd be very petty of him to do that.
But it is KD though.
I don't know what the situation is. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he can't sit on the bench because it will affect his injury. I don't know. I don't, maybe he can't sit down. Like maybe he can't have his leg like that. Maybe he got to have his leg, sitting up a certain way.
Sit on the floor then.
He ain't gonna do all that. Why would they put him on the floor? You never know what can happen on. You
True. Okay, so get him some extra cushion in then. Wait, what's the problem here?
I don't know. That whole situation is weird to me. That's the only reason why I don't understand what's going on because he had all the games. He traveled with the team and he went to Toronto.
He's not on the bench.
He's just not on the bench for some odd reason.
Reason.
I've ever seen that before.
He's not even in the tunnel. Like at least be in the tunnel watching the game or something.
Don't worry, Nick. I think that slander going to hit once the series is over.
Oh yeah.
If the Warriors lose,
if they lose and he don't play, yeah.
Like the whole thing it's just odd to me. Like I said, I ain't never heard that before. I mean, players do that during the regular season, like
But the thing is, it's not like a ham. It's your calf. Like you can still sit on the bench and stretch your calf.
It's only gonna look worse because you got guys like Clay playing through his injury. You got like I said, even Looney.
He came back.
He was supposed. They say he was out indefinitely. After game, what was that? Game 3.
Yeah.
And then he came back and played in game 4. That's the only reason why it's gonna look even worse because you got other guys like, man, look, we all hurt. We out here playing. So I don't know the seriousness of it, but at the same time, he hasn't even been practicing. But I mean, it's do or die now. So if KD don't play this next game, then I don't think he's playing at all. And the Warriors, and that might be an issue with the Warriors not putting it out there and saying, KD is out. They've been making it seem like, hey, he can come back at any time, and he ain't came back yet. So,
Okay, so does KD come? So in your honest opinion, does KD come back for Game 5?
What was it? Game 5 is on Monday. They got what days to go?
Yeah, about 2.5 days.
And look, if he travels with the team, you might as well suit up. So it's do or die now. It's 3-1. I'm not saying the Warriors can't do it because they showed me that they can. But at the same time, who I don't know. If KD comes back, I think the Warriors win Game 5. But if KD don't come back, it's over. It's over. It's that
Like
simple.
I don't think folks understand the pressure. I think I said this after what game was that? It was like either game 2 or 3. I was like, dog, being down in a series is a different kind of pressure.
But is it pressure for the Warriors though? I mean, like I said, they
It
been here 5 straight times. I mean, if they lose the series, you think is it really pressure for the Warriors?
it because it's like you're on the cups of doing something that ain't been done in like 20 years, which is a three-peat. Now, obviously, we don't really know the Warriors' mindset of do they really want a three-peat?
I mean, I'm
Obviously
sure
not.
they do, but I mean, I don't think they probably go in there. They honestly think they gonna go into Game 5 lose. They ain't got
They
nothing to lose.
will,
They ain't got nothing to lose. They really ain't got nothing to lose.
they don't, but it's like I don't know, like being down in the series, like in the NBA finals, like that's a different type of pressure.
I mean,
But that's just me though.
I think it all depends on who the player was. Like the before LeBron won his first one, that Game 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals, that was pressure.
Yeah, that's
He
I
ain't never
remember
got
that like it was yesterday.
they was almost there the year before. They blew that lead. And then now they down again. That was pressure. Whereas with the Warriors, man, they've been there 5 straight years. They lose the series. I'm not gonna look at Steph differently. I'm not gonna look at Clay or Katie or Draymond and them differently if they lose the series. I mean, hey, they lost. They lost to a better team. Ain't nothing wrong with losing to the better team.
True,
They lost to
man.
the
If
better team. They was banged up, and hey, they got us.
you
We
already
got
know,
we got
you,
three
you already
rings. I
know,
got nothing to prove.
skipping them is gonna act a fool. You already know that.
I mean, Skip. Listen, I tweeted out, man. Every team Skip Bayless rooting for, man, they've been losing. This is
This
ridiculous.
man, he somehow managed to bring in LeBron James into a tweet that had nothing to do with him. He was like, the Raptors shot 23 or 24 from the free throw line. Just shows that LeBron's a bad free throw shooter.
Look, see, man, Skip reaching right now, man. He just
What
that's
does
all.
that? What does that have to do with? What does that got to do with Toronto missing only one free throw?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I know, like Boy just said, he says it's a win. I ain't gonna say it's a win-win for the Warriors, but I mean, if they lose, then he said everybody lets their guard down. Hopefully, if the Warriors lose, KD leaves, and the Warriors have this same type of team. Y'all can't, man. The Western Conference can't be scared of these boys, man. Y'all can't be scared
They
of the
really.
Warriors no more.
The thing is, the Warriors really. I ain't gonna say they not good, but it's like,
No, they're a good team, but they not unbeatable like everybody
yeah,
has. Like, come on. I mean, the league is different now. It was the same like it was a couple years ago. Even when they went 73-9, it's not the same. It's not the league is not the same no more. So you got these other teams in the West.
Quest,
The West
Quest,
is wide
don't
open.
jump the gun. What? Quest, don't jump the gun. Again, I got a whole podcast for this. Got a whole podcast.
What this finals is just proving to me is that the West is going to be wide open next year. Hell, you might get the if let's just say for instance the Lakers bring somebody, even if the Lakers don't get nobody, let's say they keep the same team and they stay healthy throughout the season next year, they could
They can
possibly
make a finals run.
right. This series is just showing everybody in the West like, yo, the Warriors are a good team, but they're not unbeatable as long as you handle your business. And the Raptors are handling their business, showing everybody else like, hey, if KD's gone, West is wide open, in my opinion. West is gonna be wide open. So
I do think that the way that Draymond has played this series, when his contract is up next year, I wouldn't be surprised if Golden State didn't bring him back. I wouldn't be surprised.
they gonna bring him back, but he ain't gonna get what he asking for.
I about to say I don't see him getting the max.
I think they're gonna bring back everybody, man. I think they're gonna extend Draymond, but then again, he got Claxton this year, so he might wait for free agency.
Who will stop the Warriors next year? Houston, if they can get their stuff together.
It's gonna be wide open. The West is not. I mean, not the West. The Warriors
The Spurs,
are not
whenever
unbeatable.
they get back fully healthy.
Depending
The
on who the
Nuggets,
Clippers pick up.
yeah. I think the Nuggets can beat them in a 7-game series.
If Westbrook can stay on if Westbrook can just play smart,
And
OKC can give a run.
yeah,
I mean, it's wide open, Nick. It's definitely
the
wide open.
Clippers depend on what they do in free agency. If they get Kawhi, then like the
Right.
Clippers, look, if the Clippers get Kawhi, then the Clippers coming out the West next year. I'm calling that now.
I mean, they'll be a favorite, but see, there's a difference between being favorites and it being doesn't mean it's not wide open. Like
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Favorites, like even with the East is still, in my opinion, even when the Raptors win this series, the
I don't
Raptors
know. The
are
East
favorite.
is still. I still think the East would be like
East is the league is gonna be wide open.
like a two. I don't know. Like I think the East would be like a 2 to 3 team race next year.
It might be. It's gonna be top. Oh, I ain't gonna say it'll be top. It'll be top.
It'll
Heavy.
be top heavy.
We had 4 teams that was top heavy, but we probably had if you look at the top teams in the entire league, the East probably had maybe 2 teams in the top 5, maybe 3 in the top 5 out of the entire league. So the league is wide open. Anything can happen, as you can see with this series. Anything can happen, and especially with free agency popping up.
Free agency, man. Free agency is going to be crazy.
It's going to probably change the dynamic of what's going to happen. We'll see.
The whole NBA.
Yeah.
This about to be this might be the craziest free agency we've seen since.
Yep. Like boy. Like I said, yep. Both sides wide open, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah, it's. Oh no, man.
Bucks nearly got swept, sir. Nick, sir. Bucks.
Folks was like the Bucks got swept after being a 2-0.
Bucks lacked the experience it took. They did not have the same hunger.
Yeah, I say experience and depth.
Because if you look at if the Bucks win game 3, and that was a bad game from Giannis. That was a bad game. But then again, he was in foul trouble. It was a bad game for Middleton. That game went to double OT. If the Bucks would have won that game, that series would have been over. But even if even after they lost game 3 and they got blew out in game 4, you look at game 5. You look at how game 5 and game 6 went. Bucks had I think 15-point leads in both of those games late in the third, early fourth quarter, and they blew both leads because they did not know how to close out games. And that happens. So if like I said, it all depends on how they looking next year too. Who knows what the Bucks gonna look like next year? Might have
this is between now. If the Raptors win, between the Raptors winning and like the start of free agency, this is about to be the craziest time in the NBA. This is going to be pure mayhem. The Bucks need Jeff Teague. No, they don't. They don't need Jeff Teague.
Bro, Quest says the East is gonna be Philly and KD and whatever KD team goes. Stop. We don't know what Philly look like next year. Nobody knows none of these teams are gonna look like next year.
I'm gonna say it because Jimmy Butler can leave and Tobias Harris can leave. I guess they forgot about that.
Exactly. Who knows the Philadelphia 76ers is gonna look like next year?
True, boy. Experience still count, and that's what I told. I think I told you that after the Raptors beat the Bucks. I was like, the Raptors have most of those players have been to the Eastern Conference Finals before, and they got a couple champions on their team,
all right,
and dudes that's been to the finals. That's like the recipe of I guess not a near perfect finals team, but like a very good finals team. It
was one of those teams where, you know what, the Raptors did it the right way. They got close. They kept getting close.
Yeah, but they could never get over the hump.
And then they figure out a way to get over the hump. And now they doing, like I said, that's what hard work paid off. They made a trade. Some people gonna blame it on coach. I don't think it was Dwayne, necessarily all Dwayne Casey. I think if Casey was there right now, even if he had Kawhi, who knows what would have happened?
Who knows?
So,
because I think you need You need a superstar player. You need another all-star to star player. You need a third guy, to get you about 15. And you need a bunch of role players that know what they're doing.
Raptors got a solid team, man. They got a solid team. They have
like the formula. It's like they have the formula of like a very good finals team because they got the superstar in Kawhi. You have the second guy in Lowry or Siakam, whichever way you want to go. Like Lowry or Siakam could be that second or third option, depending on the night. And they have a bunch of good role players that can do their job. But now when you look at Golden State without KD, it's like you have Steph, the superstar. You got Clay, who's the second man. Like Golden State doesn't have a third option. Who, Iggy?
They need to rely. They rely heavily on their role players.
Yeah, like Iggy, like he can't. Come on, man. That shot in game 2 is the reason why this ain't a sweep right now.
Even then, if you look at how game 2 played out for the Warriors, they got solid contributions from
Quinn Cook. Yeah,
Quinn Cook. Like Iggy hitting that shot at the end.
That was pure luck.
They need, like I said, they need a lot going for them.
And why does Steve Kerr continue to start Boogie at the beginning of every quarter? I said this after last game. Boogie is not a good on-ball defender. Put him, I said it, and Toronto did it again tonight. Put him in every single pick and roll situation because he can't play defense. Put him in a pick and roll. Marc Gasol is eating right now. Well, I ain't gonna say eating, but like Marc Gasol is having his way with DeMarcus Cousins right now. Like he can't guard nobody. Who can he guard?
Boogie might cost himself some money, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
And then what makes Toronto an even better team, when you take Marc Gasol out, you have Serge Ibaka. People forget Serge Ibaka won Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's no, he hasn't. But he made he's made an all defensive team. Like I think people forget that like Serge is like it ain't the same Serge from OKC that's blocking everything, but it's like when he turns that switch like he has the past 2 games, like we see his potential. We see what he can do.
Nah, I don't think he's gonna be a fall guy, Quinn. I don't think Boogie's gonna be that fall. I just think Boogie might not be the same guy since he got hurt the first time. What was that? With the Pelicans.
Yeah.
He don't seem like I don't think he's been the same guy since he got hurt with the Pelicans. Bro.
He's slow.
Yeah, man. Somebody obviously gonna pick him up, but I mean he ain't getting. I don't think he's getting no max. No, he ain't getting no max.
Like he's slow.
He should have took that money from the Pelicans. If that report was true, that they offered him a contract and I guess they said he turned it down to go to the Warriors.
It was like what, 2 years, 48 mil or something.
He should have took that.
I would have took that.
Right now, I don't think he's gonna get another deal like that. He said the Mavericks.
Wait, Boyd, it is not hard to take him out the starting rotation. He shouldn't start. What can he do?
I mean, they ain't got no. I mean, who else they gonna put out there?
You gonna have to do something. I ain't saying like
start Bogut.
You might have to.
I don't know, man. Listen,
I mean, like Bogut is slow too. Like, I don't know. Put Looney back in the starting lineup.
He ran out here running that 2015 lineup with Draymond at the 5. That don't work no more.
Yeah, I was about to say that is completely dead now. That is completely dead.
What was the Hamptons lineup? They called the death lineup.
And the thing is, it only works if KD's in the lineup too. Like KD has to be in and Iggy has to be in. That's
they was doing that before KD got there.
Oh yeah, it was Clay. It was like Steph, Clay, Harrison Barnes, who Jesus Christ bless his soul. I think Mo Spates was at the 4 and Draymond was running the 5. I think that was that 5. I'm like, man.
It was with Barnes. It was with Barnes. Just take out KD. It was with Barnes, but yeah.
Jesus Christ, Harrison Barnes. And now they got another Harrison Barnes and Alfonso McKinney, who Kawhi Kawhi taking him to the post. Kawhi just having his way with him.
Mm-hmm.
Take him to the mid range. One or two options.
This series taught me. One thing I ain't gonna say series. One thing this playoffs taught me. I didn't know I didn't know Kawhi was that dude. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't know Kawhi was that dude. I did not know that.
He just wants to hoop.
I did not know Kawhi was that dude, but now
he don't do nothing.
Unless they just bailing him out. They just not letting him get. I don't know why teams just don't let him get a shot off, but that's just me. Just let him get a shot off. Don't send the double. Just let him get a shot off.
Wait, who?
Huh?
Wait, who you talking about? Oh, Kawhi.
Let him play one-on-one.
I mean, Kawhi, one of them dudes.
Hey, let him get his shot off. He ain't gonna beat you by himself.
True. All these Kawhi and MJ compared. I wish they would stop this.
Yeah, they gotta relax with that. Just because he's shooting a mid-range don't mean MJ.
That's the only reason why they calling him MJ right now. Because he's shooting a mid-range jumper. Really? A mid-range?
Right.
The mid-range, I said this on Twitter. Like, I said that the mid-range has been dead since Kobe left. The mid-range game has been completely dead. Because don't nobody really go to it. Besides, like what? 3 players?
My boy Middleton go to it. That's the thing. That's why, man.
Bron.
He can be
Bron
a
goes mid-range,
KD
goes mid-range, and Kawhi goes mid-range. Nobody else in the league goes to the mid-range.
Middleton could be a light version of Kawhi. A very light version of him. He shoot contested mid-range shots all
he said
the time.
Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins that's another.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he sucks. He sucks.
I feel for you, Nick. Y'all Timberwolves will get it. Y'all get it together. Y'all get it right. Y'all just gotta build very, very smartly through the draft.
So you got the Raptors winning Game 5?
Raptors
closing it out.
Raptors in 5. Let's KD come back. He might make it interesting, but yeah, Raptors in 5.
I said this.
It's looking like destiny for him, bro. Like, if Philly, man, listen, now I feel like I should play Philly. Because Philly could have won that game 7. They lost to a buzzer beater, and the craziest buzzer beater at that.
The luckiest bounce ever.
It's just looking like destiny. Then the Raptors get to the finals. Everybody and their mama going down. It's looking like destiny. Looking like destiny. It was meant
I think I said this right before you got in. I was like, if KD comes back, it's gonna go 7. If KD comes back Game 5, I see it going 7.
I don't know. I gotta see how it plays out. I mean, I see them winning that game, but I don't know if it goes 7. I don't know.
I think it goes 7 because now you will have KD back in Oracle for Game 6. We know how the Oracle crowd is. It's crazy. And I said if Golden State was to come back and KD comes back in Game 5 and leads them to 3 straight wins, he would win Finals MVP.
I don't know. But you know what? If he has that kind of impact on a game, then yeah, he's gonna win it again.
3 games. Can KD play? Hey, look, this is a Nick, this is a do or die situation. At this point, you KD, you feel like you could play at least 35 minutes, 35, 40 minutes. Hey, they gonna need you to play it because Steph and Clay have both played at least over 40 minutes every single game. We are not used to that from them.
All right.
Period. We are not. I think this is the first time we've seen Steph and Clay actually play heavy minutes in the finals. Think besides 2016. No, because even when they was getting blown out, they took them out the game. But like this is like one of the few games that we've seen Steph and Clay, and we see what Steph is like when he's playing heavy minutes. He don't look that well. So that's why I said if KD comes back, it gives Steph and Clay a rest on offense because they don't have to run through 50 million screens. But if KD don't come back, whoo, I ain't gonna say it's over, but it's gonna be.
Bro, it's over. Raptors in 5.
It might get ugly in Toronto.
Raptors in 5.
And you know Drake is gonna act a fool. I better see Drake on the sideline for Game 5.
Well, yeah, of course he is, because it's at home. You know he don't travel.
I don't know why he don't travel.
Did he be trash talking? Like, bro, you don't even travel with the team.
At least KD travels with the team. You know, KD could just choose to stay home. At least he travels. Like Drake, like, come on, like you can get a front row ticket to every game. Like, come on, dog. Mm-hmm. Sit beside like E40 or somebody. Boyd said soft. I don't know if he's talking about Drake or I think he's talking about Drake. I forgot Boyd don't like Drake. But that is it. Game 4, Toronto. I congratulate y'all for the way that y'all played the Warriors once again. You know, kid try to say, oh, it's only one game. Let's see how they play. Dog, this team is hungry.
Hey.
Fred VanVleet, I seen a stat. Fred VanVleet guards Steph the best out of anybody in the league.
Stop.
He has the lowest field goal percentage out of everybody that's guarded Steph.
Bro, Steph be taking crazy jump shots. Of course, his field goal percentage is gonna be crazy like that.
Wait. But how many of those crazy shots do he make? He makes a lot of those, don't he?
Hey, you can't live off of that, man. You can't be living off
This was Steph's worst final game we have seen.
That's the only knock against guys like Steph is that since they so small that
they have to fling it up to the rim.
Anybody can body them up. That's the thing. Like you don't need Kawhi guarding Steph. You just put Fred VanVleet on Steph Curry. That's the only knock against small players. Small dominant players like that. Because you can just throw anybody.
You have to have a big guard guarding them.
Right. So Blake should be in his bag. Blake was oh my God.
Which we have seen, you know, Lowry on Steph. We've seen VanVleet on Steph. We've seen Danny Green on Steph. Like all them dudes are bigger guards than Steph.
Right. Just throw a big body on him down there. Boom. There you go. Just be physical with him. And he gonna have problems.
Now, if I was them, if I'm the Raptors, this would be my strategy. Do not put Kyle Lowry on Klay Thompson. Please do not put him on Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is 6'6". Kyle Lowry's like what, 6'2", 6'3" at best. You know, give him an inch, give or take. All Klay has to do is shoot over him. Yo, Quest. Hey, Quest. I need you to chill out on the slander, yo.
Quest been tripping, bro. Quest is a Hawks fan. He need to relax. He need to chill out in that chat.
You like the Hawks?
Yeah, he a Hawks fan. He
is a Falcons fan. Yeah.
Yeah, he like all them Georgia teams, all them trash Georgia teams he got down there.
That's crazy. Yeah. Look, Nick Nurse, this is the strategy. They might have to go small in Game 5. This is what I would do. This would be my ideal starting five.
They better do what they've been doing. Just keep doing what they're doing. It's working.
It is. But I'm saying, let's say like it's like fourth quarter or something. This would be my starting five to start the game and to end the game. This is my ideal five. You go Lowry, VanVleet, Kawhi, Siakam, and Ibaka. That would be my starting five right there. Now, it's going to be difficult because they won't have any bench play. But if it's like the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left, tight game, that is my starting five for the rest of the game. I'm going Kawhi. I'm going Lowry, VanVleet, Kawhi, Siakam, and Ibaka. That's what I'll be. That's just me. crunch time, that should be his 5. I think that was his 5 tonight, minus Van Vliet getting hurt. He had Danny Green in for him, but that would be the 5 I go with, because that's to close out a game. He needs that lineup in.
We'll see.
True. That is all. See y'all Monday. It's either we congratulating the Raptors or we talking about a possible comeback. We'll see.
We'll see.